So with a lot of the restoration work I do on older motorcycles, quite often I rebuild the wheels, and that includes delacing them, getting the spokes out, all that good stuff. And in some instances, we have situations where our spokes are not entirely fantastic. So you can see there's a bit rusted. I talked about these in my previous video. So as a precursor to part 9 of the C70 restoration series, what I want to do is I want to try my own nickel plating setup. So with essentially some vinegar, some containers to contain your nickel plating solution, some salt, some nickel, and the power supply, you can make your own nickel plating solution, and then from there you can nickel plate the components that you want to make nice and shiny. So let's see if we can get this figured out. First thing I want to mention here before we get started is that this process has its inherent dangers. The main one being, anytime you run electricity from a cathode to an anode through an electrolyte, two byproducts that are rather explosive are pure oxygen gas and pure hydrogen gas. So having ample ventilation, here my garage is big enough I can set up a fan to blow across just to keep that stuff from gathering kind of thing, will prevent in accidents. Things go boom, Hindenburg, those sort of things. So that being said, do this at your own risk. Don't take what I say or do in this as writ, because I could be doing something wrong. I don't want you to blow yourself up. I don't care if I blow myself up, but I don't want you to blow yourself up. So now that we've got that precursor out of the way, I'll pull you guys in tight. We'll look at how we're going to set this up for the initial part of creating our nickel plating electrolyte. So for the setup here, the base for our nickel plating electrolyte is going to be vinegar. I've seen this done with 10%. I've got some 20%, but I'm going to want this to be mostly full, like 3/4, 5/6, 6/7, mostly full. So I got a nice bit of depth there so I can get parts down in it for electroplating. So our base is the vinegar. We hook up our power supply. I'll run this at 5 volts and probably I'll bring up the amperage slowly to a couple amps at most probably. Our positive will go to the cathode, which will be a single piece of this 99.9% pure nickel that I ordered from Big Rock Candy Mountain known as China. Our anode will also will connect to the negative terminal on this power supply, and it will sit opposite the other one, and then we'll just turn it on. And then what we'll do is we'll look in, we'll see the bubbles, and over time we'll see this stuff turn green as the nickel ions come into solution. And the other thing is as well, salinity helps with this process. So if we're not getting much bubbling off the start, and I'll probably add some at the beginning anyways, we've got some kosher salt here that I'll mix in. We'll stir it up and we'll get that dissolved. So we've got a nice base for this electrolyte to form. So let's start putting stuff together. So now with the vinegar in my container, I'm about 3/4 full. I want to bring it up a little bit more. So it's got a bit of hot water here. So all this is going to do is bring down our concentration of our acetic acid there, our vinegar, from 20% down to, probably 18 or 17. I don't think it's going to bring down a whole lot. But I'm not actually doing, this is like a chemistry experiment. I'm not being extremely accurate with this. But there we go. That's about as deep as I need it to be. So the next thing I want to do is, I'm just going to go ahead and whack some salt into this already because I'm going to want to bring the salinity of this up. So I'll put this in, and we'll give this a good stir to make sure it's dissolved. So I've got that stirred up now, so most of the salt is dissolved. You see a little tiny bit down there, but it's not a big deal. Not entirely horrible. It'd be alright on fish and chips. Either way, I've got some alligator clips here now. So I've got a head. I've got leads that I'm going to connect to both the positive and negative terminals on my power supply. From those, I'm going to use alligator clips to clip onto the appropriate black and red wires, and then to one piece each of nickel on either side, and we'll get this thing bubbling. So here we have our setup now. We've got our positive from our power supply running to one of the pieces of nickel, the negative from our power supply connected to the other. So now if we power up our power supply, plug this in like so. Currently the output is off, it's on 5 volts, the amps are turned all the way down. I'm going to turn on the output, and now if we slowly turn up the current, we should see our voltage go up. So now if I bring you guys in close, we can actually see bubbling occurring. Turn on autofocus. I'm going to take you guys out of this and see if we can get in close and see the actual bubbling there. There you can see it. I just want to bring you guys back in for a quick second. It's been about 5 minutes. And I don't know if you can tell up here, you can see a tiny bit of a green tinge to the solution here. I went ahead and put down some white paper towel so you can see a bit better, but if you come down from the side, you can really see the more pronounced green. So anyways, in a couple hours time, this whole solution will be that color. So here we are into the next day. I ran this stuff last night. I was about 2.5 hours out here working on some other stuff while this ran. Came back out this morning first thing, turned it back on again. Added some more salt to the water to bring the salinity up a bit, and now we're at this point. So I've had this running pretty much all day now, and I think it's to the point where it pretty much matches what you'd see if you were going to buy the stuff. So now for a quick test, I've just got a piece of bare copper wire. I figure this is my best chance, seeing as this is nice and clean as I just took it out of a sheath. And when I'm ready to do the spokes, I'll end up probably using some kind of acid to etch those first, and then clean them off with distilled water before I put them in this solution to give them the best chance of actually plating. Well, we see this copper now, so I'll take this copper. Let's get the copper color in there. We'll connect that up on the negative side here like this. We'll drop this into the tank here next to the cathode. Let's see if I can get it a bit closer here. Now, I'll bring you guys over here so you can see the actual copper wire itself. So I turn on my power supply now, we should see that start to bubble. There it goes. So now we'll let this run for a couple minutes, and I'll bring you guys back and we'll do a comparison of what's up out of the solution versus what's down inside the solution, and we'll see the nickel plating on the copper. I've given this roughly a minute or so. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the output on my power supply. We should see that stop bubbling. Now when I take this out, we should see, yep. So if we look at right here on this end, we can see the copper, but you can see the transition to where it goes to more silver nickel plated. So on the right side there, if I put something white behind this would be better. Sort of, yeah. So you can see copper on the left or the right side with the last inch here. Everything else on this is silver, nickel plated. I'm going to give this a quick rub with some buffing compound, and I'll bring it back and we'll see how shiny we can make it. So I think now that I've given it a little rub, you can see the copper side here on the left, about an inch or so, and then the rest of it is all that nice shiny nickel. So it looks like my nickel plating solution is good, is what I want it to do. So at this point, I'm ready to call this one a video. It's only a short one, which is a surprise for me, but it is what it is. And the next time you'll see this nickel plating setup will be when I'm ready to do the spokes on the C70 restoration in part 9 of that series, which is going to be coming out real soon now that I've got my nickel plating solution ready to go. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.